But listen, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. What's that MGK song that he did against Eminem? I'm sick of this methadone clinic. Let's talk about it. I'm sick of these nurse bitches running their mouth. Let's talk about it. I don't fucking know. Let me tell you. Let's start from the beginning. So, you know what? I got transferred to this clinic because the other clinic didn't. This is like the beginning, the whole story. For anyone who's thinking about getting on methadone, for anyone who lives in the upstate New York area, I'm going to go from beginning to end with this story because I know I've been bitching a lot lately and a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to go beginning to end. Beginning to end. So I transferred to this clinic called Whitney Young MMTP at 10 Dewitt in Albany. I transferred there from 76 Guy Park in Amsterdam. I'm telling you the names because I don't really care no more. So pretty much what happened was they transferred me over to that one because they didn't want me at that clinic no more. They didn't have the balls to say it at first because like I read the handbook and I wasn't about to be like I want to be treated like a regular human being, not like a piece of crap, okay? So, like, we just had a couple ins and outs with them. They did not want to believe I was sober. At one point, they gave me 7 drug tests in a row. And on the last one, they made me take my clothes off. And that was my last straw because it's like, you know what? They were all supervised tests every single day. Like, obviously I'm clean, but they just, like, were fighting me. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm transferring. So I transferred to this one in Albany. Now, in the beginning, it was great. When I first started, actually, it wasn't even really that great. I had my counselor, her name was Laura. She had just started. She was a young girl, probably about a little bit, maybe younger than me, maybe about the same age. But she was never an addict. She don't know nothing about addiction. She really don't know nothing about any type of hardship, really. She's kind of like, you know, and a lot of people say this about her, and I don't mean it in a mean way because I'm glad she didn't have to go through addiction. I'm glad that, you know, she had a way better life than I did, but she still doesn't know, she doesn't know the first thing about what she's helping, you know, which is kind of a big red flag, that the counselors are getting younger and younger, because the clinic wants to be able to mold them, you know what I mean? They want to be able to mold them into what they want. So I told her when I very first met her, I said, listen, you are an amazing counselor. I said, please don't let this place turn you bitter because it will. Like, I've seen it happen, and it will, and it did. But anyways, so in the very beginning, I was going here. I had a couple behavioral issues. Things weren't that good. I ended up hitting a cab driver because they said they were going to, like, come to find my house and shit. It was a big mess. So I got in trouble for that. But I didn't get kicked out for that, even though, like, but here's the thing, this is how the clinic is, like, that cab driver came up to me, was punching himself in the face, screaming in my face, threatening me, to the point where I really just slapped him. Like, but it's like the cab driver will get no repercussions. He's still allowed on the property, but I'm screwed. Okay, same thing with what I'm going through now. So it's been about a year, no issues. Everything's fine. Now, what happened was, this is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened, verbatim, like, on my son. I go into the clinic, and they're like, this was a day before my court date. And they're like, all right, you got to do a breathalyzer. You got to do one 4 times a year. So you got to knock on this door and go into the back to get the nurse to do the breathalyzer. So I was knocking on the door, and I was trying to signal to the other people back there, like, answer the door, I got to do a breathalyzer. Nobody was coming to the door. Nobody was doing nothing. So, I was joking around with Laura, my counselor, because I hadn't seen her in a month, so I was already, like, overstimulated and really happy to see her. You know, like when you have like mental health or AD, and I have ADHD, like when you get overstimulated, so like I was really happy to see her already, which I guess I shouldn't have been, but so someone ended up coming out and I went back. Now, when I went back, there's a right hallway, and this nurse Sierra came out. She came at me, and she was like screaming at me, saying, "I would have kicked your ass out of here, blah 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 blah." And then the other nurse was like, "No, you need to listen to me." Like, and she's like, and I'm like, "Listen, can you guys just please scream at me one at a time at least, so I can hear what you're saying?" And then they both were like, "Just get the F out of here. Then you're not even getting your BAC today. I don't even give a shit." So I walked out and my counselor was still right there, and I was like, "Well, I guess they're not doing my BAC. They don't want to do it." So she was like, "What?" So she walked back with me. She gave me the BAC. And as she was, and this is what bothers me, is as she was giving me the BAC, the nurse was still screaming at me from over her shoulder. Okay. So like it was ridiculous. So Laura knew. She knew what really happened. Okay, so she knew what was going on. I walk out. I get up to the window, and hey Liz, I'm just telling the whole story through real quick so people like don't have any questions. They understand what's going on and where I'm at right now. So basically, what happens is I go up to the window, and there's 2 windows to get your methadone, and I go up to the male, who is very kind. He's a great nurse. Love him. He's awesome. So I said, "Is Megan here?" Now, Megan is the supervisor, and everybody knows it. So the nurse leaned over and was like, "I just want to let you know that I can fucking hear you, and I don't give a fuck about my job. I'll come through this window right now." So after, is it supposed to be a black screen? It's not a black screen. It's not I can see myself. Try to refresh it. So then, what happened? What happened after that? I just got distracted, sorry. Oh, so I drank my juice, and like I kept my mouth shut this whole time, because not because I wanted to, not because it was the right thing to do, but because I knew I wouldn't get my dose if I didn't. So I took the methadone, and then when I knew I was in the clear, set the cup down, and I said, "And if you do, I would punch you in your mouth." Okay? I take full responsibility. I should have just kept my mouth shut still and not said nothing. But then today I come in, okay? Now, I already apologized to one nurse. I said, "I'm sorry for the role that I played in the argument, because as us smart people, we know that it is impossible to have a one-way argument. If you are going to argue with somebody, it takes 2 to argue. It takes 2 people to have an actual argument, okay? Otherwise, it's just one person yelling at one person." So they're calling this argument, but it's all my fault, apparently. It's all my fault. Like, it doesn't matter if it's let's say it is my fault. Let's say it is my fault. But let's say I was in the wrong completely. But you still don't swear at your clients. You don't threaten your clients. You don't yell at your clients. Anyways, I digress. So I went out to my cab, and I was crying, and Jeff, the security guard, walked out, and I was like, "Jeff, like, I can't do this." I was like fucking bawling. I was like, "I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to somebody right now." And he's like, "Let me go see if Laura will come out." I was like, "All right, I'm just going to go sit in my car until she comes out." So when Laura comes out, I'm talking to her, and like, I'm pissed off, I'm crying, and she's trying to make it seem like everything's gonna be okay, it's fine, like she's on my side. But then everything goes smooth. We had this meeting. Then we had a meeting on Friday with Janice, who's above Megan, and Laura was there, and someone else. And I was like, she just was not having it, Janice. She was like, she was not about to say that her staff was doing anything wrong. She was not about to say that for a minute. Like, she was like, there is no, like, she was like, there is no, not my staff. My staff is perfect angels, God, angels, even though they've only even been working there for like a couple weeks. You don't even know them like that. But anyways, so they pretty much like spin the narrative like I knew that they would, and we're like, okay, we're blaming you. Even though multiple people witnessed it and multiple people said that what they did to me was wrong. Now, let's bring you back to today. Today I walk in, everything's fine. I found out that there was a security guard who worked there who was racist and a white supremacist, and that he got his ass beat or whatever. And even though he was a racist piece of shit working as a security guard at the methadone clinic, and the other guy didn't even really punch him, he just pushed him because he wouldn't stop being racist. Now, what do you guys think should happen in that situation? Like, in that type of situation? I think the security guard should be fired, for one, and the guy should be reprimanded. Should he be kicked off? I don't think so. He's doing it for the right reason. You know, I don't think he should. Just like I don't think I should be getting kicked off for what happened with me. I got my ass chewed apart to the point where I called the police. I called the Justice Center. I called the Oasis. I called all these people. Okay, so now today I go in, and this lady Sauna, who don't even know me at all. She don't know me from the next one. She doesn't know me at all. She says, when you go to the window, go to the left window because I'm not having it today. I was like, all right. So I was standing in line, and like one of the girls was like, yo, what's going on? Like, what? Why are they treating you like that? And I was like, listen, I got into an argument like last week with one of the nurses, and Sana was like, just stop talking. Just don't speak. You're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to talk no more. Do not talk. And I was like, wait, like, what are you talking about? And this, like, I didn't even get my sentence out before the security guard was like, just shut up, just shut up, just shut up, just shut up. Just literally like that over and over and over, just telling me to shut up. Just to stop, just stop, 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 stop. Like, and it was unbelievable. So there was a couple people there who were like, oh my God, they're doing it to you again right now. So I go outside today, and about 6 people come up to me, and they're like, yo, that's not right. They're like, what happened to you today is not right. They're like, what happened to you with the nurses is not right. They're like, now it's time that something needs to be done. So all the people who saw are going to make a report on Monday. All the people, every one of them, they're going to be getting reports flying in now, because you know what? People don't want to be the next person to be treated the way that I am. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave Whitney Young's information down below. If you go to the clinic and you saw what happened to me that morning when I was being harassed by those nurses and yelling and bawling because they were threatening me and they were harassing me and they were being rude to me, if you go to the clinic and you saw that, please make a report. You can make it anonymously. I don't really care, but just please, you can call and you can ask for Janice's voicemail, and you can say, I want to make a report about something that I saw last week. If you go there, and you can even do it for today. If you go to the clinic and you're watching this right now, please feel free to call them up and say, I want to make a report. I saw that there was a client there and she was treated very unfairly, and it was unbelievable. So if you guys go there and you want to do that for me, that would be great, because they're putting my life in jeopardy. Like, my sobriety is my life. Like, the fast tapers that they would do to kick me off is crazy. It's crazy. I would not make it. I would relapse. I've been sober for too long. I've come too damn far to have it all thrown away because someone doesn't want to listen. Because someone doesn't want to listen. Because I'm a piece of shit. Because I'm nothing. Because I'm a nobody. Because I'm just another junkie on the clinic. Okay? So, if anybody from the clinic sees that and wants to make a report, please call, ask for Janice's voicemail. You can leave a message, and if you guys did see what happened, if you guys saw what happened that day, I'm going to leave their information down below. You also, if you live in the upstate New York area and you want to get on methadone, my spot's probably about to be open, so might want to make a call on that too. Listen, I'm not saying that these are bad people, but the way that they are treating me is bad, you know? Like, and that's not fair. I want to, just because they're on the other side of the glass doesn't make them a better person than me. You know what I mean? So that is the whole story. I'm going to leave their information down below for any people who are on the methadone clinic and saw and heard what happened. Please, please have my back on this, because that's my future, you know? And all you gotta do is ask for Janice's voicemail, Janice Prickett. And the information will be down below. Thank you guys for listening to my story. I already have called the police, the Justice Center, Oasis. I'm not getting very far because there's no audio on the cameras. So anyways, thank you for taking the time to listen. And if you are in the clinic and you did see or hear what happened, give them a call and let them know that you heard it and you saw it and that it wasn't right, and that you want to let them know. Even if you want to do it anonymously, you can do it anonymously. If you feel like you're going to be reprimanded because of what they did to me, like if you feel like because of what they did to me, you don't want to give them your name because you might be the next one, you don't have to give them your name. But she don't answer the phone anyways. It's always a voicemail. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. And I just hope that I just want to be treated fair. I just want to be treated the way that I treat them. That's it. I treat them with mad respect. I just want to be treated the same way back. That's it. Alright. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. That is the story, and I will let you guys know how the rest unfolds. Okay, bye.